Hello, here's the basket preview video for Sunday, April 28th. We're going to be talking about Jesus appears to Thomas. And whatever happens, remember God is bigger than your questions. So I always love these kind of small group messages here, but here are the activities. So the first one here is who, what, where, when, and why. It's kind of an investigative activity. You're going to divide your group into two teams, and then you're going to give each team a response journal, and then you might give a kid, or if you have more than 5 kids on a team, you could pair kids up, and 2 kids are going to be doing the who. But anyway, you're going to have a kid be the who, and a kid be the what, and when, and where, and then another kid be the why. So you have assignments there. And then over here, we have some kind of like little miniature file folders, like a manila folder, like a case folder for detective work. So you hide these 5 folders around your small group area, and then the kid who is the who starts off, and he's going to be looking around to try to find which folder is the who. And you might encourage the kids to kind of like be somewhat secretive about it, because you don't want this team to just obviously be like, oh, here's the who folder, because then it's going to tip off the other team that they're competing against. So encourage some kind of some gamesmanship there, if you will. So they might look around, and this might be the who folder, and they read through it, and then they're able to answer their part of the response journal. But then they might go around and look at another folder just to kind of throw off the other team. So encourage some sneakiness and some fun gameplay there. But anyway, you'd have the who kid, and he goes out and finds the who folder, and then he's going to answer the questions. This disciple liked to know things for sure. His name, and then he'd write in Thomas. Was he with the disciples when Jesus appeared to them? He would circle no. And then once he answers that question, he comes back and hands the response journal to the kid who is what. Then that kid is going to look for the what file folder and then go through and complete his little box. So hopefully that all makes sense, but I think that's a good kind of investigative type activity to kind of set that tone for Thomas being kind of a little bit of a skeptic, one of the disciples who had questions. So there's the activity, a lot of good discussion there. Next activity is mystery box activity. So you'll have like a cardboard box with some tape on top. All of the boxes for every group it has a cereal bowl and a spoon. So no cereal, but just a bowl and a spoon there. So it's kind of like a 20 questions type thing. So what's in the box, but the other kids can kind of ask yes or no questions to try to narrow down what they think is in the box. Then the discussion with that talks about the importance of questions and how it's okay to have questions. Last activity is a memory verse activity. That's what that means. So you're going to get a dry erase easel. So you write down the verse on the dry erase easel, and then you're going to pass out these slips that have parts of the verse on it, and then also some motions. And this is one where the kids who receive a motions card, they're going to work together to try to do their motions, and then the kids who don't have a motions card are going to try to guess which motion they're doing, like what part of the verse that it corresponds to. So the kids that do not have a motions card, they're going to be able to reference the verse that you wrote down on the dry erase easel, look at the motion that someone else in the group is performing, and try to make a guess for which 2 or 3 words from the verse that motion is representing. So hopefully that makes sense. But you can play that game a couple different rounds and kind of mix up the roles. So anyway, those are the 3 activities for this Sunday. Thanks for serving. I'll see you on Sunday morning.